So, what I'm doing here is installing the sheathing on the outside wall. I got up early. Well, not that early. 5:50. And I got out here before the sun has come around to this wall, which is awesome. Anyway, so I'm installing sheathing. I got this piece on and I notched it around the window and I put the sheet on down below and that's all fine. But I wanted to show you this cavity that is being created in case it wasn't clear from any of the other videos. So this is the magic to the double wall construction, right? So that is just a clear space cavity balloon frame filled with dense packed cellulose, 7.5 inches thick. That's a lot of insulation. There's no surface penetrations, no wires in this wall at all, which is great. It's way too much work to build, so there's better ways to do this. But anyway, I had to trim my OSB on this window frame. I hate showing you close-ups of this crap, but you know what? It's part of building. So yeah, I had to trim this OSB because I really like this being flush like so. So my window mounts against this nice solid piece of plywood instead of OSB. Instead of the end of OSB. And I've got all my taping done. You see the top wall's taped. I can't really flip you around very easily, but the inside corner of that window's taped. What else can I show you while I'm here? Oh, I figured this mess out. I didn't really do any videos on this. It literally took me a week of thinking how to get these rafters in, and it's definitely not applicable to anyone ever, so don't worry about it. I've got some rafters in there. What else? Yeah, I thought about doing a single piece of plywood. I can't really get far enough away. A single piece of plywood over the window, but like, it's a lot of work. It's, of course, every day you go to do sheathing, it's 20-mile-an-hour winds. So I'm just gonna do it in small pieces. I don't think that matters. So I gotta put a piece of plywood in here, and I tend to not trust that everything is square, even though I built it, so obviously it's square. First thing I do is I take my measurement at the top, which is 33, and then I'll take a measurement down at the bottom, which is 33.25. And then I make a decision whether or not I care about that run of 1/4 inch over an 8-foot sheet. I could not care and leave the gap in here. You know, this is an inside corner. I'm gonna have sheathing going like this. No one will ever know that there was a 1/4 inch gap on one side and not on the top. But if you're cutting sheathing, take your measurement at the top and the bottom, sometimes in the middle, so that's 33 on the money, so that you know whether or not it's a trapezoid or whether it's a perfectly square rectangle. And then obviously take your length measurement, and that is 95. Really? I would say 94.5. So now the next question is, do I notch it for the rafter? That's not the next question. So now I've got my measurements. Now I'll go cut my piece, bring it up, and forget the nail gun and go back down. Get the nail gun, come up, put the piece in place, hold the nail gun against the wall and find out it's out of nails. And then go back down, get some nails, put the piece in, hold the nail gun against it, have the nails, pull the trigger, and remember that I had shut the air off for the compressor. Go back down, turn the air on for the compressor, make sure I've got my nails, come back up. I forgot the plywood, go back down, get the plywood, come back up with the nail gun, the nails, and the air, put it against the wall, put a nail in it, and then find out that I had forgotten to look at the top to make sure it was in line. I have to rip that nail out of the middle of a piece of plywood using the cat's paw, dig in to the plywood, completely destroy the piece, and then I have to go cut the piece again. Cut the piece, come back up, put it in place, make sure everything's set, then nail it in. And then I'll be all set. Can you tell I'm a little cynical? Yeah. Sarcastic? Yeah. Here we go. I'm gonna try these things out for the first time. Never used them before. Bought them for this purpose. So let's see how well they work. There's one. There's two. So, with any luck, that will hold my plywood on the bottom edge. I think I'd give you a better view of how that works. So hopefully that'll hold the plywood on the bottom edge down here so that I can be up top. I haven't used them yet. I bought them for this purpose. So let's see if that works. Well, there goes nothing. One side, but I forgot that I don't have enough room at the top to slide it in. Damn it. What's actually happening here? Well, I don't remember. I think that the piece was either upside down and I needed to take it out and spin it around, but it was just too cramped in there, or I had cut it wrong or measured it wrong or something. But this is basically the last video I took. that day. And so either I was like, all right, I'm done, whatever, or I just fixed it and then didn't turn the camera back on. So that's all you got for that piece. Either way, I did get it finished. So anyway, thanks for watching. All right, there it is. Plywood all over the outside. Okay, so I got this whole section plywooded today, except for that little tiny strip at the top. I would be more excited, except this whole wall was just awful without the bucket truck. So anyway, thanks for watching.